Anders' son runs the museum, known for its vintage aircraft, but now it's flying to new heights.
This is my wife's, Valerie's, calendar. She had one every year.
It's an especially personal look at a moment that changed the world. There it is on Valerie Anders' calendar.
She would keep track of all her stuff, hair appointments, birthdays, doctors, and whatnot.
Lunar missions.
And lunar mission to Apollo 8.
10, 9.
December 21st, 1968, the Apollo 8 mission blasts off. The men on board are the first 3 humans in history to orbit the moon. Among them, Bill Anders, who since landed in Anacortes. That's an actual photo of the Anders family watching the mission on TV.
The engines of the first stage were ignited.
This new exhibit at the Heritage Flight Museum gives an intimate timeline of that year, from the turbulence of the Vietnam War and assassination of Martin Luther King to the triumphant space mission. The nation was grateful, as evidenced by a telegram sent to the crew.
I'm saying, thank you, Apollo 8. You saved 1968.
On display, an actual piece of the moon, and this iconic photo called Earthrise, taken by Anders from the Apollo capsule, considered by many the most important picture of the 20th century. Anders explains the photo's place in history.
It showed how fragile the Earth was, how small it was, and basically kick-started the environmental movement. We come all the way to the moon to study the moon, and what we discovered was the Earth.
The museum houses more than a dozen vintage aircraft, most of which still fly. And at 88, Anders still flies as well, and he has no plans to stop. His son Greg runs the museum and helps Dad navigate those decisions.
As long as Greg, who's a F-15E and FAA instructor pilot, says I'm safe, then I'll keep flying as long as I can crawl in the airplane.
I asked General Anders what he thinks about when he looks up at the moon at night. He said every once in a while, when he takes a look, it still gives him chills. In Burlington, Eric Wilkinson, King 5 News.